Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Oh, light the beam, boys and girls. We are finally back for a full regular program. It feels like it's been a month since we've actually had a run sheet. If you missed last night's show, that was certainly a show with no run sheet, but it was a lot of fun. Broadcasting live here on the north side of San Antonio. Once again, this is the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. I am your host, Sam Freeze. Where, fellas, we find ourselves officially less than 24 hours away from the kickoff of the NFL season.
What? I'm wondering if I want to go out or I want to stay in. I
can't watch. If it was any other team but the Cowboys, I would go out.
Yeah,
I can't watch the Cowboys in public. It's not.
Cowboy fan embarrasses you?
1,000%. Yeah. Again, and
that's why I like watching them in public.
I'm sure. Yeah, for you. Yeah, I'm sure that's the enjoyment.
But Cowboy fans smarting up this year. I have not heard this is our year, and it's breaking my heart.
You're confusing a newfound level of intelligence with the apathy and nihilism that has overtaken the fan base. Because I've noticed
it's ruining it for me. They're ruining it for me.
Well, you know what? If nothing else, it does make me kind of happy that other fan bases aren't getting as much enjoyment because finally Cowboys fans are apathetic.
I've had 30 years of this greatness that this is our year. Dak Prescott, we got Pickens.
You could still
we're gonna. No, I've not heard anybody make the argument of we are going to the championship or the Super Bowl.
Percentage.
A very low percentage.
Speaking, they have the very low, to the tune of the third lowest odds to be in the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, God.
That's your Dallas Cowboys. Speaking of Micah, there is still a sliver of the fan base. I say more than a sliver, a good chunk that are happy the Cowboys traded Micah. Good distraction. Get rid of him. He's too worried about his podcast. He doesn't play football. He's never healthy.
They all wanted to keep him.
Can't stop the run. There's that
Michael
guy.
Parsons.
And that guy also is the guy that is, look, I think we're a better team without Micah. This might actually be our year. It's getting smaller and smaller, but like any fan base.
Susie racks up 15 sacks over in Green Bay. There's going to be a different...
Green Bay comes to Dallas week 4. How many sacks does Micah have at that point?
Oh, I think he's
3 games played before.
3 games played. I think he might have 5 or 6.
I was about to say 4.5. I'd say the over-under is at 4 probably.
Yeah.
I mean...
He might get 5. I mean, who's Green Bay? I wonder if they're playing a layup.
That's what I don't know. I'd have to look. I don't know. The only one of those 4 games I know off the top of my head is the one against Dallas. You'll also be happy to know, I don't know, for some reason I look at you and I think this might be a day you celebrate.
This is a day I celebrate?
It might be, and I promise it's not dessert related or anything. It's not a personal shot. It's not. Thank you, LG. That was
I'm a savory person. I'm
perfect
not so much sweets.
Well, it's not all you can eat steak day or it's not what the other day it was a National Fajita Day a couple weeks ago.
It's tacos that get me, man. They're so easily convenient everywhere. They're delicious.
It's a perfectly designed food.
Yes, you can just roll it up, man.
No, it is National Bowling League Day. You look like a guy that might have bowled a 300.
Let's go bowling.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that gets bored and I try to toss the ball halfway down the aisle.
Okay, fair.
And I get the lightest ball and I sit there and put just 2 fingers in. For all the ladies out there, just 2.
Couldn't even make it 5 minutes.
And I try to get that ultra spin, but I saw this one guy. I played with him. I don't know if it was high school in MacArthur. We got 1 week of bowling. Remember that, LG? Was it 1 week or 2 weeks?
What was it, curriculum?
Yeah.
Oh, for PE class.
PE. Yeah, we got to go to the bowling league.
Yeah, we did that.
You take all us like
Oh wait, y'all got a
Neanderthals.
field trip to the bowl? No, for us they just set up lanes on the gym floor.
We live in a city, sir.
Okay, yeah, no, my farm town didn't have a. Now that I say
They
that,
give you a peach basket
the
and then say, "Here's your
closest
basketball."
bowling alley was 17 miles away in Granbury, Texas.
And you had all the stoner kids,
Home of the
on
Proud Boys.
the back of the bus and stuff, and they didn't have like the lower glass because it was a football bus, so the coach drove it. And in the lower glass window, we're all sitting there sneaking like little pipe hits.
Oh,
and
no
stuff
way.
And blowing it out the back. Like, yeah, I was like,
smoking
man,
reefer?
yeah, dude. The coach was like, if I have to deal with your shit in this, in this alley, you're gonna pay for it. So we did it before we got in there.
Closest I can compare when I was paying tuition at one of the, what did I say the other day? I think we
One of
counted
your
them. It was
board
like
schools?
8 or 9
Oh,
schools, colleges or universities in Texas that I paid tuition to at one point or another. Along that winding, long, strange trip, when I was at Tarleton,
Tarleton.
who just beat
Tarleton.
Army, Tarleton State.
It starts with a T. I always Tarleton.
Just beat Army last week up at West Point. When I was there, me and a buddy decided we were going to take a bunch of summer classes, but just all of we took golf, we took all of the kinesiology classes you needed to become a coach.
Yeah.
So we were just going to knock them out during the summer, including aerobics and ballroom dancing. We had to do that one. It's funny story.
Do jazzercise or
So
what, dude?
yes, 1,000%. You remember Matt Leinart when he came back for his senior year of college at USC? That was the only class he took
Oh my God, aerobics.
because he just had to take something, and so he took. But me and
give
buddy,
give the people what they want to hear. Did you wear spandex?
no, we didn't have to dress the part.
Oh,
but
man.
unfortunately, because it was a summer class, there weren't a whole lot of kids in the ballroom dancing summer school. So there was an odd amount of, an amount of boys compared to girls, that not every girl
Yeah.
got a boy to dance with, but it was the other way around where.
Don't you gay up my universities.
Buddy, so the numbers, my buddy, this is funny. My buddy Gaston McDormand, he's a head football coach now here in the great state. I think, where is he at now? Anyway, he was taking the class with me. He was the one that we hatched this idea. And so there's an odd amount of boys and girls, meaning 2 boys were going to have to team up.
Oh, buddy.
And so the teacher is going around asking everybody, like, hey, do y'all mind, blah, blah, blah. And everyone was saying no. And once I realized what was happening, I was like, hey, Gaston, watch this. And I held my hand up. I was like, ma'am, yeah, we don't mind. We'll team up. That's fine. And Gaston's, of course, pissed off instantly, as you would assume one would be. And as retaliation, he made me be the girl the whole 6-week class. So I learned ballroom dancing from the female perspective. And when the teacher told us to switch, Gaston was like, I don't see anybody else. There's no other men, no other boys or girls switching roles in this class. Like, we're doing this one time.
One time and
And that's it. But long story short, we ended up taking a bowling class. And I just remember it was the defensive line coach from the football team. It was very small town high school, but just college level, teaching the bowling class. And it was literally, if you show up, you're good.
You're good, yeah.
Yeah, and so
that was health class for us. Like, literally, I had a collection of VHSs. That's predating my age. And the coach, we literally watched movies every class except for 2 days, which was the half a semester test and then the
final.
And he wrote the answers on the damn board.
You gotta love it.
I was like, everybody got an A, dude.
I mean, no,
he told him, he was like, hey, miss 1 or 2 of them, okay, guys?
Yeah, you got to throw them. You got to throw them off the scent. I think my health class was the first time I saw The Matrix. Actually,
oh yeah,
because we had another coach teaching health class that had no time. He's too busy scouting Kennedale for the weekend matchup. Trying to figure out how he's going to stop Everman's run game. He doesn't give a damn about health class.
Well,
as I say,
I actually fell asleep through health class during Oh, that was the other time
There's-
where you have to teach.
There's a
sex
joke
ed.
here that I'm not going to make.
Sex ed. Oh, fellas. Yeah.
Oh, man, I almost didn't make it tonight. I forgot down at the Alamo Dome, it's 43,000, I think, over 43,000.
Oh, the weekend.
The weekend.
Yeah, beware of the traffic. Beware of all the traffic, you hipsters.
It's not even the traffic. Well, okay, yes, it's the traffic, but it's also every single show, no matter what's happening at the Alamo Dome, the city can never consistently coordinate what streets are closed off, what streets are open.
So it's always different.
It's a shit show every time.
Oh,
And
that's
and
what
when it's a big show like this, dude, it's
It's just
every man, woman, and child for themselves. It is
That was like
brutal
me
down there.
running around SoFi Stadium trying to get over to the other side, not realizing you had to go back up and around to get on the other
Oh,
side.
yeah, there's no
And I'm
signage.
asking everybody who works there in like a yellow shirt, hey, how do I get to these seats? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What, is this
I'm
your
just-
first time here?
I'm just here to collect the check, man.
The worst, that's exactly what it is. So I ask one officer on our street if I can go this way and get out. And he goes, you should be able to. I was like, well, I mean, I live here. I know I should be able to, but I'm asking, is it open? And so
Yeah.
decided to risk that. Got down to the end of that street. No, it's blocked off. So then I had to turn around. Eventually made it out of downtown.
Almost lost my pick, man.
Are you
And
doing
yes,
another draft?
I am doing the final draft of the 2025 season.
Well, while you were on the clock for potentially the last time, let me set up the show for tonight. We do have, I am so excited. This is our first official show of football season.
Yes.
We've got, of course, a weekend recap to get to, got some weekend sports to catch up on, even though it's Wednesday. Got the Cal notes we got to get into, preview the game up in Philly tomorrow night. And then Main Segi, college football, week
Ooh.
one recap.
A lot of drama out there, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's I mean, it makes filling out this run sheet a hell of a lot easier
Yeah.
now to have the gravitational pull of football as a topic.
Yep.
And of
Yep.
course, lightning round to close it out. But before we go any further, we've got some business to get to with LG here. LG, before we put you under the bright lights, tell the good people, I saw we are 2 subscribers away from hitting 500.
To what?
Tell the good people how they can be one of those
Utah,
2 people
make it 2.
to get us over the top.
What's the right button?
That's
Here we
basically
go.
Fast and Furious.
I
Point
can't-
Break is
Yeah.
I don't
fast.
have
It's
it
the
on my
same
switcher
movie.
here. There we go. You can hit that subscribe button. We are two away.
The delicious
From 500.
meatball subs. Buddy, we need 2. We're going to get 2. That's my mission tonight.
We need 2.
We're going to get 2, man.
Well, we said 500 by
2 chicks
By
at
the start of
same
football.
time.
by the start of football.
By the
So
start of football.
we officially, Cowboys will be kicking off 23 hours from right now. We have 23 hours to get 2 more subscribers.
Come on, Cowboy
LG,
fans. I
if
need
you-
you to be hopeful this season, man.
If you see 2 of
Come
those subscribers pop in, I need you to break in with some kind of breaking news
Well,
sounder.
I have an alert that pops up when we get subscribers, but
Come
Okay.
on now.
I don't know if it's working.
Well,
see.
I might send out a little.
I'll let you know though.
As LG said, if you aren't already subscribed, just click that button on YouTube. It is super easy, super
It's free.
The best thing about it is it's free.
Yeah.
If it wasn't free, I would feel bad about the content we're providing. We're providing about free level.
Yeah.
I would say slightly above.
I think
free
we're
level.
above.
We're slightly above.
I
We're
mean, I
getting
gotta
better.
take time out my day, make this look good.
Yes,
We
yes.
all. I
Make
got
sure you look elegantly
dust off my
disheveled.
hats. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Not too put together.
But LG, man, I don't know if you wanted to share. She shared some news with me.
I think he shared some news with the world.
Yeah.
I think he put it out there publicly.
Is it public? I did not know.
I've been
You're,
waiting.
you're not a member of the media thread, I guess.
Ah,
You don't get the newsletters, huh?
Assholes.
give it time.
I still want that media pass. I've never seen cops be so nice to someone.
It's amazing, isn't
When
it?
you have, I'm part of the
Yeah.
media.
Now,
I'm part of the
granted,
media.
If you get a
It
Spurs,
was like Wayne's World. It was all like media.
if
Media
you get
buy
a
his
Spurs
shirts.
media pass, you got to walk
That's the hooker
through
of the night story.
I
cow
made
shit
that.
in the back. the back alley. Oh,
There you go.
Oh!
Subscriber.
there's one.
There's
Oh,
one.
All
man.
right, one more.
Who's going to be our 500?
Thank you, Eric Price.
Got to get our 500, man. You will get a special something.
Yo, generic.
Don't be promising anything.
No, that
LG will go full
Don't be delivering.
Marbach mop for his first
No,
day.
I've already done that.
I think we've
No,
seen that.
I've done that.
Yeah, I think we've seen
that isn't
that before.
happening again.
Yeah.
No.
that no, LG, tell the good people what's the news.
I'm going to be starting a new job in about 2 weeks as the audio visual technician for Spurs Sports and Entertainment. It's a mouthful. Spurs Sports and
They
Entertainment.
send him a thing. You've been drafted. And I'm like, what is this, fantasy
Yeah.
football? Like,
They sent me an email that said I was drafted to the team, so I will be handling a bunch of audio and visual duties for Spurs and SAFC.
Well, look, I think
I want you to be crowd watching and get some gold out there. You
I
know
think
what I'm saying?
everybody who knows of LG's resume would agree they could not have hired a more fitting employee for that position. LG,
capable, anal retentive.
yeah, LG will absolutely kill that. I hope you get to do. No offense to SAFC, I hope you get to do more Spurs games than
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
soccer games. But
there's more Spurs games than there are soccer games.
That does
You know,
help.
their season ends in November, so
Soccer is
SAFC.
right down the street, though, man.
oh yeah, I guess that is. Well, don't give too much away. It was a generic
He's close
north
to the soccer
side.
stadium. Oh.
He actually lives in that quarry.
There's
where-
some dude with a Charlie Day
That's
little
where the cave
spies,
is.
like he's just like sitting there piecing
Connecting
it together.
the dots.
That's
All
all
right.
good.
No, that's where the sports cave is. It's in the side of the quarry, right
Yeah,
there by the soccer.
It's right where they
stadium.
have the tailgates.
Exactly,
under the
yeah,
bridge.
under the bridge
Yeah,
down
under
there.
The bridge.
Yeah, no.
It's behind the tea gardens, man.
All jokes
The never-ending
aside,
story hole.
congrats, LG.
Thank you.
That'll be a lot of fun, man.
Yeah,
It'll be
man.
fun to potentially, maybe even.
I told us about we get media credentials. Let's get in there. I got some questions.
I
I got some questions.
I
I'm gonna hold them responsible. I'm gonna hold them capable.
I have a new goal.
Culpable.
I have a new goal for the next 6 months, and that is to somehow get you into a press pool.
Woo, baby.
Yeah.
I will be ready. I'm gonna hold them. I'm gonna hold them
You're,
tough.
you're gonna get in there and get in front and be like, Mr. Vassell,
You don't know me, sir. You don't know me, man.
you shot 3 for 12, but those 3 shots you made looked really good. They looked really good tonight.
I was
I'm
like,
sure you'll be better tomorrow.
you went 3 for 6 beyond the arc. How's it feel to be 50% for once this time?
No, look, I as someone. Everyone thinks they're prepared for that.
Oh yeah, no. I'm
until you get in that scrum for the first time, and
you're talking to a experienced thespian.
Sure.
You know, I was on UT's one act UT's drama stage, which is a whole full auditorium, very intimidating. And yeah, as a freshman.
again. I think when you're a freshman in high school, you don't understand.
You still get the butterflies. You
Sure,
still get the butterflies.
but you're still so innocent. You don't understand the pressure or the stress
Oh.
of an environment at
some
times.
people
like
crave,
that.
some people fear, like cower to it. I command that pressure. I'm the captain.
Again, 6 months goal. I'm gonna try to get you in front of that, so
Get me in front of it, man. We'll make
so we can get some tape of you melting down in front of Keldon Johnson.
Why are you still on the team, Keldon?
Exactly. No, let's get into it tonight before we get too deep. Whoa!
Uh-oh. Breaking news.
Can we report?
500.
500! Hey!
Oh!
Look,
Yeah!
Look, fellas, we set a goal when we did this the first
We
show
promised
back.
y'all. We promised y'all.
The first show of Sports Cave 2.0 here, March, 30 days, have September, April, June, and November.
a full
March
baseball
31st,
season. Almost a full baseball
we did
season.
it the last day of March. We said, want to get to 500 subscribers by football season, by the
Couldn't have done it
NFL
without
opening
y'all.
night.
Couldn't have done it without y'all.
We cut it a little close, but
Razor's edge, baby.
thank you to now the 500 subscribers we have. So, LG, that means we'll be opening Super Chats
Hey,
soon.
baby.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
we have to apply for. I'm gonna get on it right now. Actually,
Perfect.
Oh,
and
buddy.
then we'll see what happens.
Also, you boys would be interested to know the whole no tax on tips and the new big beautiful bill
Yeah.
that extends to content creators.
Hey, baby.
So
501.
any tips? Oh, we're at 5. Oh man, I feel bad for the one. Well, you're building us to 1,000 now. You're the first
Yeah.
building block towards
Yeah.
1,000.
You were the first one.
Now let's get into the weekend recap because we have so much to get
what
to.
national
Now.
day was it?
Bowling, National
Oh, that's
Bowling
right,
League
bowling
Day.
day. I was like
Yeah.
totally missed that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
Little weak,
haven't been bowling in forever.
but
No,
I do love some Big Lebowski. That's one of my favorites.
I mean, who doesn't? Weekend. So it turns out, if you listened to the show last week when we came on and did a little bit over an hour talking about the Micah trade,
Yeah.
I might have been more sick than I realized.
You did have COVID.
No,
didn't you?
it wasn't
You
COVID.
Son of a-
Every test I took.
over
came
here
back
just
negative.
Not riddled with rags and stuff.
Now,
with-
granted, every test I took only included one test initially, and then
What are you talking about?
it was
boy?
negative. I took when I started feeling bad that day, that morning when I was coming
Yeah.
over here to do the show, took a COVID test. It was negative, so I thought I'm fine to do the show. Get over here and almost die about 45 minutes into the episode.
Oh,
but
buddy.
no, the
Lawrence,
next.
Lawrence is just like, nah, you
Yeah,
get out of
LG
here.
was look.
He's like, you're sick. Get the F out of here.
Valid reason because it did turn out I was quite sick. I
This
was
is the weekend.
the next 3 days were pure hell.
Oh,
It was I am not. I mean, I'm not a good sick. I don't know anyone who is, but I think I'm particularly
a lot of whining.
a lot of I turned into a
Yeah.
giant,
baby.
pretty much,
It's a little baby.
pretty much. So I talked about it last night. Yeah, the as I was bedridden with illness that was not COVID.
So a lot of people getting COVID right now.
A lot of people spiking in the Central Texas region.
Yep.
As I was bedridden,
It's COVID.
that's where we decided to watch the first 7
Oh,
Fast and Furious
that's where-
movies
okay.
in chronological order. Yeah,
It's a lot of Vin Diesel.
I talked about it
It's a
last
lot of Vin
night
Diesel.
during the fantasy draft. But yeah, no, it wasn't part of the draft preparations, which we will talk about our draft grades here in a minute. But no, look, I'm not gonna lie. Every now and then, watching bad action movies,
Oh yeah.
it lifts. It does something for you metaphysically. Like it
Oh,
lifts your
you thought it like lifted your sickness up, You're
buddy.
Like,
I felt like. I mean, the adrenaline pumping. I mean, I went from thinking I couldn't make it from the bed to the toilet
oh,
to
but
thinking like I'm ready to take down an international arms dealer by driving a Dodge Charger out of an airplane.
if The Rock can hold on to a helicopter, I can go take a shit.
Yeah, look, by the time you get to, everyone knows Fast 5 is the best, first of all. And then when you get to, you've never watched them?
Yeah, they just all go together. I don't know which one was Fast Five. Is that one with Ronda Rousey?
So 5 is when, that's Rio, that's Brazil, not Rousey. 5 is when The Rock first shows up, I think.
In Rio- so that was
his
Rio.
first one. Yeah, Rio.
Oh, okay.
And they actually filmed it in Rio. It's a,
And
it's a
old
good
girl,
movie.
the old
It's
girl
fun.
from Lost who got the DWI and blacklisted came back and she wasn't dead.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez. Yeah, and
That was
I
a
forgot
good one.
Gal Gadot
Oh,
shows up randomly. That was her first film credit.
hmm
I had no idea. Like she's fresh out of Mossad, fresh out of the IDF, going right into Hollywood. Gee, how does that happen?
She is. She did her year.
Yeah, exactly. No, so that was how I ended up. I wanted to watch a bad action movie, so we watched the very first Fast and Furious, and then I was like, look, I'm committed at this point. I'm not leaving this bed or couch. Like, we might as well burn through all the Paul Walker ones. So yeah,
Oh.
that's how we got in. That's how we got 7 movies deep
How do
down
you not
that
go
franchise.
with Marvel chronologically?
I'm a DC guy.
You're, God, man, loser.
I'm not big on superhero movies to begin with. I mean, it's
DC.
I do love. I mean, if it's Batman, I'm in. I threatened to see the new Superman movie, but never did. Like,
Yeah. James Gunn's good. That Peacemaker. Have you ever-
Peacemaker's good.
Oh, Peacemaker's. It's better than good.
It's-
That is
funny in Suicide Squad when
Hilarious.
James Gunn brought that back.
He's hilarious.
No, the other crowning achievement of the weekend,
the Legos.
we have gotten ridiculously into Legos lately.
You know, I like AI bejizzle bedazzle, whatever type of jizzle. I just saw a Shark Tank of Lego glue. That has this ever happened to you?
Don't look at this too close. Yeah, because this is not glued together. This was delicately transported from the house to here.
And I watched the whole pitch from the little kid, and he's like, "Now you can drop your thing, and it's completely. You can put it in water, and it dissolves."
I mean, that's pretty genius.
Yeah, it's genius. Because look how I can put my hand over it, and I see you get nervous.
I get nervous.
You tense up a little bit.
In fact,
you a little tense.
This one needs a little. That piece is poked out a little bit from transport.
I bet you went over the speed bumps real slow.
Well, actually, it was because I was trapped in my own neighborhood. I was driving like an absolute jackass to try to get out, and Steph's holding this thing, like trying not to lose it. Yeah, it was a bit ridiculous.
How's the tiger? How's the big cat?
Verbatim words that were spoken as I'm running red lights or running stop signs in the neighborhood.
Oh, boy.
No, we built this one over the weekend. I didn't realize, and I mean, again, I haven't walked down.
Whiskers.
Oh, it's pretty badass.
Legos they've gone up in my day.
Quite a difference between what I remember as a kid. No, I hadn't walked down the Target toy aisle lately, believe it or not, despite what the mustache might make you assume. No, I haven't been down the toy aisle of a major retailer lately. Target has
they have a
pretty good Lego selection.
Well, you know what's on right now. I don't watch it, but like that Lego, there's like a Lego competition show.
Oh yeah,
or now it's like Lego Juniors.
Isn't it hosted by Gob Bluth?
Yeah,
by Will Arnett. Yeah,
Sweet Will.
I've seen previews for that. Yeah, I'm sure it runs right after Is It Cake. It seems like that's where society is at, not Lego. And
now the one I did watch was the Domino one, where everybody did the domino rallies and stuff. I was enthralled.
Look, I've said it before. We're the silliest. We are on the silliest timeline. We are on the silliest possible timeline. No,
We're in Japanese TV area right now.
Or like great South American game show, Central American game shows.
Yeah.
There's some.
There's a little more TNA in that one.
Man,
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, what do you need in a
still
game show?
One of my favorite Chihuahuan Weather Girls. Still one of my favorites.
Yeah, that plays. That still holds up.
She doesn't have a long back.
No, we've been doing some of these bigger set pieces together, but Steph's been buying like the flower bouquets. She'll build her flowers. They make McLaren or Formula One models out of Legos. So I've got half the grid. I've got the McLaren.
It probably works like a little.
I wish it was RC. No, it rolls and like you can roll it across the.
Imagine you do it and you just roll it right into a wall.
This is what happens when you're in your 30s and you don't have kids. You build Legos as a happily married couple when one of you is sick.
I've stepped on one too many Legos when my kid was like 6 or 7, and I'm like, dude, you better put the shit. Like, man, that thing just takes you down, dude.
Yeah, no, there's nothing
bruise
quicker.
the heel of your foot, and you're just like sitting there just thinking about it all the whole week.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little younger then. Not as fat.
Can you imagine reading on an autopsy, Lego-related death, or like fell, stepped on a Lego and...
There is Lego related. Like, that's why they say it's a choking hazard. Some stupid kids put them in their mouth. Like me.
I could.
I did.
Yeah, I could. I was about to say
but it was marbles.
Yeah. Oh, good.
My mom had to give me the Heimlich.
That's a literal definition.
I was like, let me put them in my mouth and spit them in my marble bag. I was a weird kid.
Kids are
I was 4 years old, man.
Kids are stupid to begin with. That's what kids. That's the time to learn by sticking marbles in your mouth or touching the hot stove. No, the culmination of getting over.
The
culmination of getting over whatever undisclosed illness I had last week. That's totally not COVID. Wasn't COVID. Absolutely wasn't.
COVID.
I hadn't really considered that I hadn't drank any alcohol in 6.5,
Oh, so
7
you're
days.
detoxing while being sick.
Correct. But then the first day I felt like going back out, there was no moderation.
You went hard?
Buddy, I had the worst hangover all day Monday.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm talking like early 20s college level hangover.
Drank all the sweet shit.
It was not. Well, no, it wasn't all this. It was just literally all of the tequila.
All the tequila.
All the tequila under the roof of the chosen establishment that we went to. It hadn't been that hungover in a while, but I'm happy to report now. Right on the cusp of football season kicking off. Oh, did you miss it? Did you miss a pick?
Yeah, I probably did. Damn it. Who'd they give me? Jake Ferguson?
Hey!
Mother.
Oh, that is so perfect. So in case you missed it, if you're not watching the stream, Cap is doing his last fantasy draft of the year. He missed his pick, so the computer picked it for him, and it just so happened to pick a certain Dallas Cowboys tight end.
And
how about that? Well, since your pick is now over, and I know I can hand it off to you for a solid minute.
wait, I got one more.
Keep
it going.
Wait. Well, then hold on.
I'm on the ass end, so I'm
we'll just sit here and watch the Yankees.
But I think I can get it done.
Hey,
put a minute on the clock there, LG. We are up 3-1 now to the Houston Astros. The Yankees are back in it, baby. We're taking the division. Going nice with our Swaggy T. This guy has hit 29 home runs. His highest ever in his career is 17. He's coming on the last year of his deal, 28-year-old center fielder with the greatest mustache in the game and the aura of a savant, of just a hippie guru savant, man. I just want to be around this guy. And also on the back we have Giancarlo Michael Stanton. His mother calls him Michael. And he is crushing home runs. He's almost at 20, and he's only played, 40 games. So he's on pace. Judge is back at it. Just passed it, fifth Yankee all-time home run. Just passed Yogi Berra. Rest in peace, big guy. One of the greatest catchers to ever do it. And you'll be seeing more of us because we're going to take this game, and we're going to take your game. We're going to take all the games.
Okay. Stanton, 18 home runs in 57 games.
On the cusp. I said on the cusp.
On the cusp. Also said 40 games. It's 57. Who's the center fielder you said, though?
Trent Grisham.
Oh, Trent Grisham. Okay. You said he was 38.
The 28.
28. Okay,
He's
I misheard that one.
Yeah, he's 28. It's like his first. This is his first contract. Oh God, I thought Chisholm just.
Y'all have a bunch of porn star stashes.
Hey,
didn't the Yankees allow beards now?
They allowed beards and
but
they allowed
still choosing
mustaches.
to go mustache.
Yeah.
Well, they've always had the mustaches.
His mustache is great, man.
Yeah, there's a few of them. You mentioned
that's a good one.
I talked about it a little bit last night. The Rangers are massively teasing me these last 10 days or so, last 2 weeks. I think it got to as bad as 6.5 games out of the wild card race. They win 9 of 10, climb all the way back to a game and a half, and now swept the A's over the weekend in Sacramento.
Yeah,
but then lost.
You're getting excited.
Lost 2 out of 3 this week so far against Arizona. Off tomorrow before a huge series with Houston. Starting up this weekend in Texas, I believe, or in Arlington, not Houston. So if you can hold Houston to.
Hey, I love that one. Look at that shirt. Andre Johnson beating the hell out of
Cortland Finnegan.
Yeah, Finnegan. That was a great.
Yeah, if y'all could keep beating the Astros, that would be appreciated because the Rays have climbed back to 500 now because they're beating the piss out of the Mariners all week. The last time I checked, they were up 8-0 already on the Mariners.
Yeah,
so,
we got to play the Rays, so they need to get humbled a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't.
We did sweep them last time, so
yeah, they're still 3.5 games. The Rays are 3.5 games behind Seattle. Rangers are now 2 games behind, but it looks like Seattle will lose, so probably will stay 1.5 games. Royals still sandwiched between Rangers and Rays, but we might actually get a
The Royals are
decent,
sneaky.
might actually get a decent playoff race here over the last month. I mean, when the Rangers had to put Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, Nathan Eovaldi all on the IL
Yeah, Uvalde hurt.
as they were 6 games back of a wild card spot.
You think they're going to come off?
It kind of felt like that was there's varying levels of injury. Like Seager had to have a appendectomy.
Oh.
So but you could come back he had to get his appendix
Oh,
removed.
yeah, I was about to say that's appendix. So
Yeah.
that should be like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You good?
Potentially, yeah. So he could come back for the last couple weeks of September. And I think if they're still in the race, he comes back. If they fall out of it over the next 2 weeks, I think they tell him, take the offseason, get healthy, especially with his injury history. Semien, potentially back. I think Eovaldi's the only one that they're pretty confident he's
pitcher?
done. No, second baseman.
Second baseman,
Marcus
okay.
Semien, yeah.
Okay.
So it's football season, but I've still got a side eye on the Rangers at least through the weekend, because the next 6-7 games will be the true test, because it's Houston this weekend, and then it's the juggernaut that is the Milwaukee Brewers
Yeah.
right after Houston leaves town. So
the Yankees, man, these next 3 series, counting this one, which is the Astros, then we go off and we have to play the Blue Jays and the Red Sox. So it's all teams that matter in our division. But then we get a sweet, sweet schedule. A lot of Orioles, White Sox, Tampa.
see, that's the thing. When you're looking at the Yankees, you all still get to play Boston and Tampa.
Yeah.
And Toronto. So I mean, you're getting meaningful division games.
Well, Tampa's out of it. Tampa.
They're not out of it behind catching Seattle. They're only 3.5 behind Seattle.
Oh,
And Seattle keeps losing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's,
So, like
as
I
I
said-
just said, we just.
Okay. I'm doing a
If
draft.
you weren't doing
I'm
a
doing a
draft
draft.
and watching a Yankee game and
There's a lot
doing
going
literally
on here, man.
anything but an actual show, you would have heard. No,
Yeah.
it's I have some audio for you. Some
Audio.
Yankees related audio.
Oh, sharp stick me.
No. Well,
Mm-hmm.
maybe sideways, but not directly. So your boy Aaron Boone's taking a lot of heat throughout this season.
That guy, man, sometimes it's like you can't deny his record.
Right.
Because he is the most winningest baseball coach, right now, tenured. But he makes questionable decisions about when to put in people. Like the Nestor Cortez crap at the end of Game 1 of the World Series. What was he thinking for a relief pitcher? Nestor's a starting. He has to get warmed up. He's not someone who can just come off the bench.
Yeah, you're not alone, because
Oh yeah, Boone.
throughout the year, going even back to the playoffs last year, Boone has been a constant target of frustration among the fan base. It got even worse over the weekend. I don't know if you saw this. He went to North Carolina to watch his son make his coaching debut in the game there. He's on staff.
Oh, buddy.
So naturally, Yankees fans had a problem with that. Why are you taking time away from the team in the middle of a September playoff
push,
push,
trying to get the division.
Exactly. You should be doing 100% baseball and nothing else. Have no personal life, nothing. Well, the voice of the Yankees, Michael Kay, came to Boone's defense, albeit in a very odd manner.
Uh-oh. Let me hear it.
Unbelievable. Listen, if you don't think
that's a
he's a good
big
manager,
forehand.
okay, then don't think he's a good manager. But when you're going to try to start little, fights about nonsense like this, that he went to see his son in his first quote-unquote coaching job with North Carolina, I'm sorry, I don't have a problem with it. And I've always said that about players, too. When players are out.
And we didn't have a game.
Oh, they should be back in their hotel room. Okay, what if they're having an orgy in their hotel room? Is that okay? You wouldn't know about it. So if they go out to dinner with people, or they're having fun with people outside, well, that angers you because there's a game the next day. But if they were in the hotel room and they set up a trapeze and there were people flying through the air having an orgy, you wouldn't know about it, but you'd be
down
fine.
on it.
The things that people get upset about, it's just beyond me. It is absolutely beyond me.
The specifics,
Good
the
stuff.
specific
Really good stuff.
details
It's unbelievable.
that he includes there.
trapeze.
They set up a trapeze and go flying across the room, having their orgies. It feels like Michael K might have seen a trapeze set up in a house before. Like that
Sir,
is,
that is a sex swing. That's
yeah,
not a
that's
trapeze.
correct. Yeah, yeah. I guess I hadn't thought about him. The fact that he's probably just confusing a sex swing with a
With a
trapeze.
trapeze.
Yeah,
I saw something hanging.
it does. Just oddly, if you just want to, first of all, throwing out what if they're having an orgy in their hotel
Yeah.
room? That immediately raises.
They're having fun.
That raises my eyebrow a little bit. But then when he gives specific details like that, I need to know more about what Michael K does on off days
Yeah.
when the Yankees aren't playing.
Yeah.
Because
Actually, I don't want to know what Michael's
that was oddly specific.
Two chicks at the same time.
Exactly. Let's talk some fantasy football draft grades. You have the results. So last
We do.
night we did
Hit me,
our
Lawrence.
official.
He taught me how to do a
fantasy
screenshot
draft.
on the.
Oh,
this
for
little
the
iPad.
stream?
Oh, damn. I forgot about it. Hold on.
Yes,
That's our producer, gentlemen.
That is spectacular. As I was saying, Spurs, you picked the best man for the job. There's no one more talented and on top of their shit than LG.
To be fair, he sent it to me right before the show.
Oh,
Well, that's my co-host.
I came here at 7 o'clock. You said not 15 minutes before. That's what I've heard before. Don't put this on me.
It's a metaphorical 15 minutes. It's really like
it was a solid hour.
It's really like a 15 hours more than 15
My computer was
minutes.
here. I couldn't get the draft grades until I got my computer, and the first thing I did.
Whose fault is that?
It was yesterday. Let me go home with it and come back with it.
It's your computer.
It's a computer. it's a
The
laptop.
studio's computer.
Oh, okay. Is that what you're like? No.
Yeah, I'm gonna get reimbursed for this thing.
Yeah, no, officer.
2014.
This is not
It's
my.
the classic model.
These are not mine. This is the studio's stash. Yeah, we were.
Well, I'm on the clock. Let's see.
We were talking last night after we finished the draft and signed off from the show, and it felt like there were more than a couple teams that drafted really well. And okay, perfect example. The one I know off the top of my head, your boy Lonnie, the wild card.
The wild card.
Perfect grade. Not an A+, not an F.
C.
Absolute C. He was the only person to get not a C+, not a C-,
Just passing.
just absolutely in the middle. But a C also tells me that could mean he's an A+ by the end of the season or he's an F by the end of this. It's a wild card.
I've gotten a D and I've won the league. You know,
Sure.
So, I mean, the grabs.
Grades are on the screen.
All right, grades are on the screen. Switching back over, I just did my pick. So here we go. As per usual, the captain gets an A+.
Not top of the list though, right?
Yeah, but you didn't pick Zeb. I'm coming for you, baby. Zeb's dead.
I think I might have a ringer in Zeb. I like the strategy. The more I looked over everything, I like how we're
Yeah.
setting up.
But then we got Papaya FC coming in. That's I believe that is my man Sergio. And then we got the Momentum Runners. That is
The momentum runners.
what was
Oh
it?
my god.
Yeah, the momentum.
Momentumers.
The Momentumers.
Team 83.
Yes, boy. Momentum. He's gonna catch some momentum with the B+. You know, Eli Zuber, who sharp sticked me a couple picks, and he laughed in my face. That's a B. That you get a B, sir. And then C+ is for Adolph. Still want to know what that Oliver Bush means. Adolph Oliver Bush. And then the wild
If
card.
only
Lonnie.
we could know.
The wild card comes with the C. And the Birkershaw Ferguson's D+. James Gang, D+. AI Overlords, D. I want to know if you really did let ChatGPT tizzle.
I hope
You
so.
know,
I hope that's
I
the
really
one that
do.
wins the league.
I hope. No, I don't. I want to show it that it doesn't know shit.
Yeah, that's why I wanted
You
to
know?
win. I will sacrifice myself if the AI overlords can win this
And
thing.
then young ho be cool. That's Sweet Ivan with all his late reaching grabs gets a D deservedly. And then Tulsa State Fair, you failed, but you failed so well that I like his team though.
Yeah, look, I was about to say when I was looking,
I like his team.
when I saw that he was the only F, I went and looked at the team. Look, I haven't played fantasy in a decade. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I didn't think it was like the worst,
but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't either. I thought
I was like, oh, that's a little harsh.
I thought he kind of got hit with a harsh grading.
But yes,
scale there.
you are above me. You picked out a ringer. I want to know.
Did you see though?
Oh,
So because of
King
the
with the home run.
lineups, I'm projected to have a better record than you, but you're projected to score more overall points.
Yeah.
So out of the 5th drafting position to have an A+, I'll give you props where props are due. That was
Hey, buddy.
that was impressive.
Come on, buddy.
Now let's see what it looks like week to week. Yeah, it's again, I was talking a little bit with Zeb, and now I think the fun actually starts. Like
The fun?
well, because I've seen a
The
few
wheeling and dealing?
Yeah, exactly. I've told
I'll be
him,
looking for collusion.
I've
no
told
collusion.
Zeb that look, if a trade comes in that's just too good for me to pass up, you gotta let me pull
You
the
better watch
trigger.
out. I was trying to get Chase off him.
Yeah.
I was like, for CD Lamb, man. Come on, Cowboy fan.
Yeah, there's a few. There were a few Jamar Chase conversations had already amongst the league. Oh, I also figured out Gabriel.
Yeah?
Remember how I told you? I was like, well, I know a few, like 3 or 4
Yeah.
Gabriels. I didn't piece it together. That's my buddy Gabe.
Oh.
Yeah, like he's using
How
his.
would you ever know that?
Well, he's using his government name, and I've never called him by his angelic name
I
of
mean,
Gabriel.
It's
He's-
like Richard and Dick. You just can't put them together sometimes.
I still get on my little brother for never going by Dick. I was like, dude, you were gifted an opportunity from the gods. Our parents named you Richard. Like you
My grandpa on my mom's
you
side
should
was
have
named
been
Dick.
should have been a Dick.
Oh, Dick Barton.
You could have gotten away with it.
I got away with it one time calling him that, and he would looked at me like he was about to just
Like that's the last time
dog
you
walk me
speak.
across the
Yeah.
this nasty 1970s carpet. They smoked inside. Oh, it was just like
Simpler times.
the
Well,
70s.
we'll be looking at some fantasy football results come next week as we'll do a weekly segment, just a league recap segment.
League repat. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that on Wednesday episodes like tonight's. But before we get too much further behind the clock, let's get into some Cal notes because Cowboys do play now in about 22 hours from right now. And we do have, if you have an ounce of optimism left in you as a Cowboy fan, we do have good news. It sounds like Trayvon Diggs and Tyler Guyton are expected to play tomorrow night.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the Diggs one is surprising to me.
Yeah.
The Guyton one a little bit surprising, but not nearly as much. It kind of felt like Trayvon was going to miss 2 or 3 games at least before he was back healthy this year.
So what did it? Is it Achilles or ACL?
It was ACL, but it was the other one. It was the different one than he tore.
Oh, so it was the other
Right.
The healthy one.
Well, the one you would think potentially was healthier than the other. Yeah, and then Guyton, you remember it was they feared he had torn his ACL, but it ended up just being a broken bone in his knee, which ironically, even though it sounds much worse.
Yeah, ligaments heal a lot slower than bones.
Yeah, and
You can play through a broken bone. Look at Fred Warner all last year. He played through a broken bone in his ankle.
It feels unfair to compare anybody's injury rehab ability to Fred Warner. Like that dude's just a freak.
That guy is.
So yeah, at least look, again, if you have an ounce of optimism, you're getting your number 1 corner.
You signed Deron Bland.
You signed Deron Bland. We'll talk about that in a second. You're getting your starting left tackle, even though he wasn't that great last year as a rookie, but he's better than the alternative you have as the backup. You're getting those guys potentially dressed out and playing tomorrow night. We talked about it a little last night. The line's up to 8.5.
They put another point on it.
Dude.
They put another point on it.
Vegas is just sounding the alarm, lighting, running the flag up to let you know the Cowboys are about to get dog walked in this opener. And
Oh, buddy.
I guess
These are one of those sneaky games, man. Like my guy, like my boy Ivan, Young Ho Be Cool, in the draft league, he always does a survivor league.
Oh yeah,
So like you always pick the team,
I
but
like
you
survivor
can't
leagues.
pick another
can't use them
team.
twice.
But this is one of those like trap games where it's like everybody's gonna be picking the Eagles.
Yeah,
And then-
it's banner night, raising the Super Bowl banner. The Cowboys. I saw the two. I think the two most popular picks were Cowboys, Eagles, and Washington Giants, which is funny because it's all
Yeah.
the
Giants
same
have a sneaky
NFC
good
East.
defense. I don't know why people are sleeping on the Giants, and their offense got better. If you guys didn't like, they're still the whipping boy. The
Do you like?
division.
Do you like either of those games better than? Because the other one that people are throwing into survivor pools, Cincinnati at Cleveland. Cleveland's terrible, but it's a rivalry game, and you remember what everyone did last year in Week 1? They picked Cincinnati,
Yeah,
and then
they lost.
Cincinnati lost. Who was that? Cincinnati, New England.
Well, I
right?
think
New
what was
England
it?
Beat 'em?
Joe Burrow's 1-9
Yeah,
in the first 2 games of the season.
it's not good.
And every time he started, he's 1-9. So yeah, do not pick Cincinnati in your survivor league if you are a history buff.
Yeah, you mentioned the extension for Bland.
Mm-hmm.
They first one of the pending free agents to get done after the Micah trade. Well, I guess Ferguson was before Micah was traded because you had Jake Ferguson, your fantasy tight end, signed the 4-year, $52 million deal.
Speaking of,
$30 million guaranteed for Ferg, and then they trade Micah, which the narrative that now the Cowboys have all of this money available to them because they traded Micah. A couple things about that idea. They had over $30 million in free agent and cap space available to them before they traded Micah.
yeah,
They could have done that's how they were able to do the Jake Ferguson deal when they did. They could have been doing deals while still having Micah on the roster.
Yeah.
And secondly, the second they signed Micah, if they had signed him to a contract extension, they actually would have had even more available salary cap space to sign these other guys. It would have put them in a potential
yeah.
contract
they're
situation
just doing
years
things
from
ass
now.
backwards.
1,000%, as we've covered extensively over.
But Jerry's
the last few
Jerry's a
months.
mastermind.
But
He's a
all
gambler.
that being said, they do give Bland a 4-year deal, pretty rich, $92 million, $50 million of that guaranteed. I would have been really interested to see what Bland would have gotten on the open market because I thought it was pretty much guaranteed that he was at least going to hit the market, whether
Yeah.
the Cowboys still tried to re-sign him or not at the end of this year. But it kind of, speaking of Trayvon Diggs, it kind of tells me the writing on the wall with Diggs might be there because they can get out of that contract after this season. And they already fined him $500,000 for not rehabbing with the team all summer.
$500,000.
$500,000. They lowered his base salary $500,000
God, why?
because Jerry wants control. He wants
No,
the guys.
why wouldn't you? I wouldn't give up $500,000. I was like, okay, I'll rehab with you.
Yeah, no, Trayvon.
Yeah.
Trayvon's a different cat. Trayvon spoke to the media about the Micah trade for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Because he said it in the interview. Micah is his best friend. Like that. This sucks. This is of course I'm not happy about it. So I think Diggs, especially with the Bland extension, Diggs, maybe that is the pressure of why he's pushing himself to get back for Week 1 to show Jerry, I didn't rehab with the team, but I'm ready to go Week 1 and to potentially keep his place on this roster after this season because they now have the security of having Bland locked up. Also, they re-signed Hunter Lepke, the fullback / they're going to run him at tight end a little bit this year. Just a 2-year deal, $7.5 million. But the next big,
just
$7.5 million. The next big domino is the Tyler Smith potential contract extension because apparently they are working towards that
Picked
and
up Zach Ertz to
complement Ferg.
when Ferg drops a load on me.
Yeah, they have Tyler Smith up next on the docket to potentially get done. Hopefully, I mean, it would be very Jerry Jones to announce that contract extension an hour before kickoff tomorrow night. But the real question, and we've talked about it a little bit, is George Pickens going to price himself out of the Cowboys' plans if he shows
1,000%.
And that would be a great thing. This is the odd situation as a Cowboy fan. You want George Pickens to perform at a level that he helps the team win games, but that also potentially is going to be the reason why he gets wide receiver number 1 money from some other team, from Jacksonville or some
Have we
team
even heard anything about the cohesiveness between Dak and Pickens?
I mean, they're all saying the right things. They're all saying they love, having.
I haven't heard any of the talking heads talking about him. Like, oh, they're really connecting. And
well,
blah,
they've
blah,
been
blah.
the national talking heads are too busy talking Micah, Jerry.
Yeah, that's true.
The local DFW media has been talking a lot of Pickens and his potential to open up the offense, to have, CD finally has a true complementary receiver on the other side. And all of the expected.
And Micah, I really wanted to stay with the Cowboys and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I mean, I still believe that.
I think he did too.
I think I don't think he thought Jerry would ever actually trade him. I mean, I think he thought he was just getting some of the leverage back against Jerry, and Jerry said
he was trying to do the old, like lock him in a room type thing. And
for sure.
Like,
Did you see what the apparently NFL agents call that practice where an owner,
what is it?
Like basically secludes a player?
Yeah.
They call that hot boxing, apparently. So as soon as I saw that,
Jerry old man farts in there. You fart in there and show dominance.
I saw the headline was something like, Micah's agent accuses Jerry of hotboxing, and I just read, I was like, the hell did they catch Jerry on Harry Hines Boulevard smoking out, like smoking out his car with the windows up? Like what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
But no, that's apparently what they call that. No, we've talked a lot about Pickens potentially getting a chunk of what would be Micah's money. But the other name, I was reading an article, I think it was Joe Hoyt that wrote it. It was a Dallas Morning News article, and it was talking about the pending free agency of Sam Williams, the Cowboys edge rusher, a guy that super athletic, tested great coming out of the combine, out of Ole Miss, showed a lot of flashes playing. When he was getting his most snaps, it was DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah, and Sam Williams was that rotating third guy that would, when Micah's tapping his top of his head every other play, needing to come out of the game, Sam Williams was getting a lot of those snaps.
Sharp stick on Micah.
Of course, yeah. No, he's dead to us now.
Oh my God, I love how that happens.
The athleticism, though, of Sam Williams as a defensive end edge rusher.
Yeah.
Cowboys, before his injury, Cowboys were using him as a gunner on the punt coverage team. So, he's a dude that just tests freakishly on the athleticism charts. But mentioning the injury, had the injury last year in training camp, tore up his knee. He is back now healthy. And, of course, with the Micah trade now, he's got a real opportunity to make himself a lot of money if he can have the kind of growth season that it looked like he was going to have last year before the injury. He's an interesting name to keep an eye on because it also could be it reminds me of when the Cowboys re-signed Michael Gallup after he tore his knee up, which again turned out to be a bad deal. But Jerry is not afraid to double down on bad ideas. I think you might see a Sam Williams.
Let's bring Zeke back.
There's still time. When Jerry sees Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders run for a quarter and a half tomorrow night, I guarantee you the thought will cross his mind. What's Zeke doing right now? Where's Zeke at? What beach on Mexico is Zeke at?
The glory days.
Now, the only other note I have for you, you want to hear a Cowboys Eagles note that involves George Seifert
Sure.
as a Niners, a proud Niners fan. Nick Sirianni. He's coached the Eagles for 4 years now.
Seems like a long 4 years.
It does, including the Super Bowl win. He has the second most wins in his first 4 seasons as a head coach in NFL history. Only behind George Seifert.
Yeah.
We don't think of Nick Sirianni as
I think of him as flipping off the crowd.
exactly. I think of him as the city of Philadelphia's mascot. I think of like he is the embodiment of what I think of when I think of Philly.
Besides that down year, they've stayed pretty healthy.
Yeah, and
And
made
that's
deep
there's
playoff
like,
runs.
I've already ran off the list of how we're in the top 5 of injuries in the past, 7 years, except for 1 year.
Mhm.
And that's the 1 year we go to the Super Bowl. Taylor Swift snatched us from the jaws of victory.
Minor detail.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, like I'm like they haven't been injured.
I know, but it was still shocking to read. Like I mean, I know
What a
we've
Super Bowl winner, two times in the Super Bowl, 1 Super Bowl win.
sure all of his success, but I wouldn't have thought that would equate to having the
Only
second
one
most.
down, only one down year, a little bit, and that was like he was
Yeah.
like 500.
Still, have the second most wins in your first 4 years coaching. That is not what I think of when I think of Nick Sirianni. And I'm suggesting that is my fault. That is a problem in my line of thought because all I can ever think about when I think of Nick Sirianni is the awkward introductory press conference he gave. Where he's talking about we're gonna be smart, we're gonna just all of that bumbling word salad.
Yeah.
But as he starts his 5th year now in charge of the Eagles,
That's pretty funny. Yeah,
pretty crazy. Yeah,
He did have one of the worst. Like coming to a team and we're going to do good things.
Look, everyone made fun of my man Dan's bite a kneecap off, and he's been the best hire in Detroit Lions football history.
Oh, buddy.
Let's get into the main seggy. We have a lot of college football to get into tonight. We had week 0 2 weeks ago, where we got the college football kickoff game held in Dublin, Ireland.
Kansas State.
Yeah, Farmageddon, Iowa
Farmageddon,
State, Kansas State.
Yeah.
But this past weekend, we had, I don't think it's much of a stretch to say, we had the best slate of opening week 1 games in my lifetime.
Whoa.
They didn't play out as like all-time classics. I mean, they were good games, but watching
the Snorefest of the Ohio State Texas game. Come on now. That was like
I thought you're a football. That was a great defensive battle. I don't know.
I saw horrible offense, not defensive battles.
Credit
I saw
the defense. That was
overthrown balls. Can't open up a hole to save your life. I saw the D lines just destroying people, but.
We had 3 top 10 matchups, and every single one of them was a single score game. That's a pretty insane opening week 1 slate of games.
The LSU game was awesome. The Miami game was insane, with probably won the catch of the year already, a la Odell Beckham.
And not that it would have, we're going to talk about all of them, but not that it would have mattered, but the way Notre Dame mismanaged the clock at the end of that game. I mean, they had 70 yards to go.
They pinned their ears back, man. They weren't giving that guy any room, anything to like. He had 3 seconds at most.
Yeah,
and he's
Lloyd Carr's
and it goes from
whatever.
first down. He gets intentional grounding because he's getting around to a sack, which I thought it was a foul if you hit a lineman. Is the first one to touch the ball. Isn't that a flag? Like.
Oh, if you're throwing illegal touching.
Yeah, so like I was like I never got it because it hit a lineman.
Yeah,
an eligible receiver.
I can't remember the specifics of it off the top of my head. Let's start with one at the top because
The one everybody.
you mentioned the 11 a.m. kickoff, the number 1 versus number 3 matchup.
Just bites my ass,
16.6 million viewers on average for that game.
man. Wow.
It peaked at 18.5 million.
What's the average college ranked game?
Not this. This was the most watched week 1 college football game ever in recorded ratings history. And to make it even further, to provide further context for that number beats the average number of the last 7 NBA finals and the last 7 World Series.
Oh yeah, that's football is king.
But it hadn't been that way with college football. College football hadn't been the dominant number 2 behind the NFL. It was still the split of either.
Now
it was usually the World Series and then the NBA Finals, and then college football would be fighting to get in.
That's surprising with the Yankees and the Dodgers this year.
Yeah,
you know?
last 7. Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, that number is insane.
Because that was damn near a championship game, you know?
Well,
Because,
you know,
number 1, number 2, number 3, I mean.
Yeah, well, number 2 in the coaches poll, number 3 in the AP.
And all I was hearing was Ohio State was ranked too high. Ohio State shouldn't be ranked this high, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Texas shouldn't have been ranked that high.
I think both of them were actually probably rated just fine because I think both of them. I mean, it was a rematch of the college football semifinals last year. There's no reason after watching that game Saturday, I don't walk away from that thinking either one of those 2 teams are worse than number 5 in the country.
Yeah.
Like I think there's still obviously the biggest takeaway is Arch's struggles. I mean, that's the biggest talking point. That's the biggest point of debate coming out of that game.
Arch, man.
I don't know. You know, the idea that we have come so far from hyping up these kids to he's making his not debut start, but his first start where he knows he's the guy.
Yeah.
It's in the Horseshoe, week 1, when you're the number 1 ranked team in the country, and they're number 3, number 2,
you
depending
got
on
Manning on your back.
You got Manning on your. You've got the whole not making excuses for the kid. But I read a headline article from. It was funny because of course Steve Sarkisian played quarterback at BYU. I saw an article from when he made his debut as the starting quarterback for BYU. The first line in the article was, Saddam Hussein had better days against the Air Force than Steve Sarkisian did yesterday. So, and then, of course, everyone was posting Peyton Manning's first start against a top 5 team when he was at Tennessee. And the numbers were just as bad as Arch.
Did they do a Manning broadcast?
Just for NFL.
Oh,
it starts
I was like, I saw something.
Starts up Monday.
It may have been the AI overlords, but he was like, I knew he was adopted or something after it was like a horrible pass.
Yeah, I think that was the AI overlords, considering how bad that meme humor sounds.
Yeah.
If you're walking away from that game Saturday and thinking all of a sudden you were right, Arch Manning is a fraud, I was right all along, I told you he wasn't going to be. I don't know how you come to that assumption based off of that one game.
In the shoe.
All of again, not to make excuses for Arch because he was not good. His footwork was a mess. The sidearm throws literally mimicked Uncle Rico. Like there were, everything can be simultaneously happening where all of the pressures of what led to that poor performance aren't the takeaway that Arch Manning is now a bottom 20 quarterback in the country, like he looked like for 3/4 of that game Saturday. I don't know. What's your, as a, not really I mean, you don't have any fandom towards UT.
I do. Yeah, my grandma was a huge UT fan, surprisingly.
What's your takeaway on Arch? What's the concern level after what you saw Saturday?
I think he needs to settle down. Yeah, I saw jitters. I saw overthrows. I saw, touch passes that had way too much heat on it. Just
throwing behind guys, throwing too hard.
Happy feet.
A lot of happy feet.
There should have been design runs for him. I saw a bad coaching game plan in my book, knowing that this is going to be his first game in one of the biggest stadiums out there. You know what I'm saying?
I saw a lot of the talk about Sark's play calling. When your quarterback isn't hitting simple 3-yard drag routes,
Arch can run. Arch can run, dude.
Yeah, but
why aren't you calling some just throw 4 wide and then just QB up the gut?
I think because it's week 1,
It keeps the linebackers from pinning their ears back, and it keeps them it just opens up your playbook,
I'm not sure Arch running the ball would have been the massive game plan change that would have swung that game. I think the fact that he wasn't hitting, Sark was calling plays to get him into a rhythm. Simple pitch and catch.
Wasn't working.
But it wasn't working because he's throwing behind guys, or like you said. So what do you do when you're the head coach when your quarterback can't even execute the easy plays you're calling? You can't just turn him into a running back or an army quarterback.
You had to game plan before the game to be like, you're not gonna give him a Tua game plan. You don't hold on the ball more than 2 or 3 seconds. All right. If you're not taking off, if you're not on your second option and it's not there, you're not looking at your third. Get out of there. Dump it off to your safety blanket or run. And we all saw Arch Manning when he came in and actually did some work whenever
when Quinn was hurt
when
last
Quinn
year.
was hurt. He did a lot of feet. He did a lot of it on his feet, and I think that should have been utilized heavily on that game plan. It seemed like Ohio State was doing in the beginning. It looked like they were doing, a contained style defense on the defensive line, where it was like, look, we're not going to let him beat us on his feet. But then they just start pulling their ears back and just bull rushing him, doing every move in the book just to get at the quarterback because they're thinking he's going to hold the ball 5 seconds to go down the field.
Yeah, it started. The predictability, the predictable nature of Arch.
There was no halftime adjustment.
Oh, I don't know. I would. The fact that his Arch, what half did Arch play the best in? The second half. There were adjustments. That's when you actually saw him start to piece together any kind of.
When did they get their
offense.
touchdown? I thought it was late
fourth quarter, halfway through the fourth.
I thought it was
7 minutes left.
Oh, that was when
something
Ohio
like
State got their first one, at the end of the first half.
Yeah. I think, like you said, it was a snooze fest. It was a defensive battle. It was.
I don't think those kids, they need those primetime lights for big time games. We
talked about it. I don't
11 o'clock game. I hate them.
The only 11 o'clock game I like is the Red River Shootout. Texas OU
still needs to be the 6:30 game.
See, do it because it's at the state fair.
Only if they're ranked.
Well, because it's at the state fair, you go to the game and then you spend the rest of the afternoon at the state fair. That's just a tradition. And
they don't want a bunch of drunkards going.
Well, I think they've even the Red River game they've moved to 2:30 lately.
Yeah, give me a 2:30.
Growing up for me, it was always 11 if my memory serves correct. Yeah, Texas is going to smash the hell out of San Jose State this weekend, and come 10 weeks from now when we'll know more about this team as they're deep into their SEC schedule than we will from their opening
we got
week game.
8 teams in the playoffs. They can still crush
12.
it.
Yeah, 12
teams. Oh,
yeah. The other top 10 matchups you mentioned, LSU holds Clemson scoreless in the second half. They come back down 10-3 at halftime, come back and win 17-10.
Got in that ass at halftime.
Yeah, there's few things I enjoy more in college football than watching Dabo Swinney lose games. The man who said, the day that any of my players earn a single penny is going to be my last day of coaching college football. Still waiting on that resignation letter, Dabo. Any day now, you can send it. Any day. Just send it, fax it in.
I've seen the light.
We'll kindly accept it. Yeah. Well, he's
saying people can't change their minds, man.
Well, he's never. he might have changed it behind closed doors, but he's never publicly retracted that statement. He's just acting like we all forgot he said it. Speaking of seeing the light, I think in that same press conference he said, my program's already built on NIL. We're not doing this new NIL. My program's already built. It's built on the name, image, and likeness of Jesus. Like he's very Which again, no, I mean nothing against religion,
nothing against
but if we're using that as the shield to prevent grown men from making money,
you know, every football player is praying
you're
to God.
You're probably
he doesn't have a favorite team, bro.
He loves them all equally.
Yes.
No, it was fun seeing Dabo. Another thing I will give. I like the Clemson brand when it comes to football. I just can't stand Dabo. I love it, and I forgot last year ABC for their big primetime games. You know, night game of the week. They show you the 8 minutes that lead directly up to the kickoff so we got to see, it was a great, they put a camera in the Clemson bus as they bust from the field house over to the stadium. So we got that. You just get the best thing about college football is the environment. Yeah. It's the crazy fan. It's the crazy traditions.
It's the kids.
It's the kids and the traditions.
They bring that energy.
It's the closest thing we have to crazy, intense European soccer. And
you want to talk about
ABC?
The momentum,
don't even start
the momentum in college football is crazy.
ABC showing all of those traditions as part of their I don't need to hear Herb Street give me 3 minutes of analysis before kickoff. Show me the full Clemson pregame.
Yeah, give me an experience.
Make me feel like I'm in the stadium. And they finally, it seems like they're going to continue that they started last year and continue to show those. So we got to see Dabo running down the hill, and they fire their little silly tiny cannon about the size of the Gonzalez cannon. Yeah. And it's so janky. It's on a whatchamacallit, not a forklift.
A wheel wagon?
Yeah.
Wheels?
The thing,
a wheelbarrow?
No, not a wheelbarrow. LG, help me out. It's the like a warehouse thing, you know?
Oh, forklift?
No, not a fork, not a full.
What you get at Home Depot?
A dolly?
A dolly.
Dolly. Yes.
It's on a dolly. There you go. Golly, that was a tough recall. Which makes it even
tied it up.
Which makes it even more. Who? Clemson and LSU? Because that's who we're talking about.
Yankees.
No, I need y'all to win. I need you to beat the Astros.
Then you need to get some positive reinforcement.
And then the other top 10 matchup you mentioned, Miami over Notre Dame, 27-24.
I love it when the U's good, dude.
It's better for college football.
Yeah.
It's just better for the.
They went like a whole
same way with Florida
half.
State that we're about to talk about next.
Yeah, it's like they went like a whole decade and a half, where they just were irrelevant, and it was after all the, the cocaine.
Well, it was after
all the cocaine.
It was after third leg Greg.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there was the late 80s Mike Irvin, Jimmy Johnson,
it was when Florida started getting
and
good.
then there was the gap when Bobby Bowden and Florida State took over and started dominating that rivalry, and then we got the revival like Ken Dorsey, third leg Greg, Willis McGahee, that era of
Winslow,
Kellen Winslow, when we were in high school. I'm with you. I'm not ever. Miami is one of those brands that I have no affiliation, fandom, nothing. But I want to see them, especially against Notre Dame. No offense, Catholic. I don't like seeing. I like seeing Notre Dame good. Yeah. For the same reasons I like seeing Miami good, because it's better for college football.
Yeah.
But Notre Dame can lose these type of games.
We're the only team that doesn't have to be in a conference.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And still, I thought Notre Dame was in like Louisiana or Boston. I never knew. I always forget it's in Michigan.
South Bend, Illinois.
Illinois?
No, Indiana. South Bend, Indiana.
Indiana?
Yeah, South Bend, Indiana.
Still got it wrong.
The only other, quickly on the Notre Dame Miami, I don't think Georgia had a Carson Beck problem last year.
No,
like that. Carson Beck took a lot of the blame for Georgia's struggles throughout the year, and struggles. They still were a deep run playoff team, but the Carson Beck is the problem, which led him to transfer out of Georgia. I think he's going to fit in just fine with Miami.
Yeah, I mean, Miami did let go 17 points straight before they came down and scored that field goal. So, but like Beck looked good. He like that catch is amazing. I wish we had video of it, guys. I don't on Twitter.
The Florida catch, I think, is the one you're thinking of. The one-handed Odell Beckham-like stretch out and catch.
Against no, that was the Miami. Wasn't that Miami?
The one I'm thinking about, the catch of the weekend, was the Florida kid who stretched out
I thought that was
with
Miami.
one arm. Yeah, Notre Dame or Miami with Cam Ward last year becoming the number 1 pick. I don't think Carson Beck makes that kind of.
No,
but who knows?
It keeps them in the game.
Yeah,
it keeps them in the playoff hunt.
They need that defense to be better than it was last year because that's the only thing that kept that Cam Ward led offense from.
Who did Georgia play this year? I mean, this week
it was a
warm-up team.
Cupcake. Yeah, most of the other.
I like seeing those 70s up there. Pad those scores, gentlemen.
Yeah, most of the other top 25 or top 10 matchups even were cupcake scheduling. The only other top 10 team that lost, though, Alabama. And, yeah, the meltdown that ensued when Alabama not just lost to an unranked Florida State team that went 1-11 last year.
They talked crap before the game.
Well,
the quarterback, and he backed it up.
They handled their business. Yeah, that's
it was Florida State. That was the catch.
Castellanos, a deep fly by Castellanos. There, Florida State's Castellanos, quarterback from Boston College last year.
Yeah,
he looks like he might be just exactly what Florida State needs to get back.
We're going to handle all that disrespect on the field.
They've had
handle all that disrespect.
Such a weird 2.5 year run now, where the Jordan Travis injury 2 years ago when he breaks his leg and the playoff committee says, "Look, you're a different team. I'm sorry, you were deserving until your quarterback got injured," which is so effed up. That's so rotten. So
you got to put the best product on the plate. You know what I'm saying?
No, you put the team that has accomplished the most throughout your regular season in the playoffs.
So you're just going to tell all your advertisers on the people that give you money, be like, yeah, they were more deserving.
And that's the problem right there, because now college football is more about advertising and
script writing
and sponsors and script writing than it is actually about finding the best team at the end of the season.
Well, the script writing is supposed to be finding the best matchup, best product to put on the telly.
But best product does not mean the most deserving teams got in. Those are two different things.
Well, then then how can you say all these undefeated in like America and the AA? Well,
because Florida State did it in the ACC at least. I mean, Florida State went through Clemson, Miami. Who's the someone else from the ACC was really good that year that they ended up beating. It was someone random, and not Pitt, but someone like
USC
that. Yeah, maybe
like
North Carolina. Maybe that was the Drake May North Carolina. Year. So yeah, they had the great year, but then Jordan Travis breaks the leg, and then last year it looked like Mike Norvell was going to get fired halfway through the season. They go 1-11, and now the question, talking about Mike Norvell looking like he was going to get fired last year. How many games does Kellen DeBoer make it this year at Bama?
So what was the stat that I heard? When Saban, during his whole tenure in Alabama, which...
This is a good one, I got you.
Yeah. Had only lost against an unranked team 2 times.
He was 131-2 against unranked teams while he was the head coach at Alabama.
The head coach, I don't even know his name.
Kellen DeBoer. Year 2.
Has 4.
He's 4-4 against unranked teams. Yeah.
That's insane.
That's really bad. Well, okay.
He's going to be run out.
They're
going to grab their hoods on him.
I think the obvious assumption there is that Kellen DeBoer is a problem. But I would counter, maybe instead of focusing on DeBoer when you read that stat, read it again and realize what Nick Saban did
Well,
at
Saban,
Alabama. Like Saban had 11 wins
yeah.
his last 7 years he was there. At least 11 wins every year.
He would keep five-star recruits on the bench.
Yeah.
You know, he was 3 deep with
Yeah,
4 starts.
they don't have that depth
You
anymore.
can't do that nowadays with the NIL.
No, it
You
definitely
know?
kills your ability to maintain a lot of that
And that's
depth.
why he we're just gonna bench Jalen Hurts and put Tua in. You know what I'm saying?
It's a nice problem to have when you're deciding which former 5-star is going to be the starter and which one's going to be the backup.
You're slipping on me, LG.
Even
I gave you the Tua.
Ty
Where's my
Simpson
hot Tua? Chew on that thing.
wasn't that. I mean, he's not Jalen Milroe. I mean, obviously, he's not that kind of game-changing athlete. But I think Bama's problem, which was the most surprising takeaway from that game, they got manhandled in the trenches. Florida State was the more dominant offensive line and defensive line.
Yeah.
They like that never happened.
They wanted it more.
That never happened to Bama with Nick Saban. I can think of 2 times that happened, and it was both
They usually have the best
Kirby
defensive
Smart's Georgia
line
teams that did
and linebackers in the game to stop the run. Like, you are not going to run on them. And then they usually have like an all-pro cornerback at one of the positions. And it was just like, you're going to have to throw on them, but you're going to have to do it within 2 seconds because they're breathing down your throat.
Yeah. Speaking of, we got our first college football meme fan of the year.
Yes.
You have that one, LG, from the Bama game.
Love it.
This is how you handle when you know you're being zoomed in on and singled out by an a-hole camera operator. This is what you do.
The way they've been running the football, I would do that. I keep my eye.
Like, remember last year we had the Texas fan that looked exactly like Conway Twitty with the big hair. You always see, the surrender cobras.
I saw the UT girl who sat there, was like at the OU when they came back, and she was like, and then she saw him, she was like,
yeah. See, that's what, again, I think what you do is you flip the finger.
That guy is going to be running his dad's company someday.
Oh, it's only a matter of time. But that gets the camera off of you real fast. Props to that Bama fan, because they don't know what they're witnessing there right now. I mean, it is.
And I'm here for it.
Well, and going back 2 years, this is again where you never. It's such an old trope, but it's true. You never want to be the guy that replaces the legend. You want to be the guy that replaces the guy that replaced the legend. Yeah. Whoever goes to Bama next after they run Kellen DeBoer out of town.
Yeah, he's going to have an easier time.
Of course he is, because he's not replacing Nick Saban. He's replacing Kellen DeBoer. Yeah. And if you go back 2 years ago, there's not a better guy they could have hired.
I just got so sick of every Heisman winner was either going to be from Bama or from OU. And it was just, that's the way it was before the NIL. It was like, if you're a top 1 quarterback and you want to throw the ball 50 times a game, come over to the Big 12, or if you're a top defensive player, blah, 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 and running back, come over to SEC in Alabama. It was just like a given every year.
Yeah, I mean, again, everything you're describing is why I love NIL.
Yeah,
it's like all these people, again, Ohio State versus Texas averaged 16.5 million viewers.
Yeah.
Where are all those people that said, I'll never watch college? Where's the Dabo Sweeney conglomerate that says, I'm done with college football because all of a sudden a 23-year-old kid is getting paid for showing up to work because he's a student, but he's also an employee of the football team. And all of a sudden, when they get a little bit, still not even fair pay or fair split, but they just start getting a little bit of money, and you say, I'm done. I mean, it's the same way with the NFL. They take a knee, I'm not watching anymore. NFL ratings are better than they've ever been. Yeah. It's all posturing and positioning and something, a phrase that
I remember when the whole Dallas Cowboys went out with
the same people that threatened, and Jerry did the stare right at the camera. The same people that threaten boycotts are the same people that like to point out virtue signaling by everyone else. All you're
yeah.
doing is virtue signaling, saying, I'm never going to watch again, but we all know you're at the
let
numbers.
me guess you got an American flag tinted on your windows.
Of course, yeah, of course. Patriot in your bio.
Or you have a coexist sticker on the back of your car.
Dude, those are the worst. Like I'm this is not hyperbole. I don't know if there's a bumper sticker that makes me more angry than when I see the code. It's just so it's chuggy liberalism. It's so Bed Bath and Beyond. I'm like, oh, I'm a liberal. Let's all coexist.
You know the one sticker,
and I probably vote with that person more often than not. It drives me insane.
It's the deer one. I always thought it was like an angel. And then after seeing the sticker for
what, the hunting brand?
The hunting deer.
Yeah.
I always thought it was an angel, and then one day someone was like, "Oh yeah, it's a deer sticker," and I'm like, "What?" And then my left side of the brain clicked in and was like, "Nah,
it's
I've been misreading that the whole time."
It's like company logos. Like FedEx has the arrow right in the middle of their logo, but you never until you see it, you can't see it. Quickly before we close out and get to the lightning round. Got to talk a couple other Texas schools in action last weekend. UTSA lost up in Aggie land 42-24. Did you catch how that final drive ended for UTSA?
No.
Spread was 21.5.
Did they?
UTSA puts all their backups in to get some of the young guys some experience and reps. The backup quarterback they have, the kid from Gilmer, throws a dart of a touchdown
and kills the spread.
UTSA covers the spread on their final drive with less than a minute to go in the game. Super bad, bad beat. It was. Look, I'm not gonna say the game would have turned out differently if this had, but
you're going against the mighty paid Aggies,
sure. And Kyle Field at night is no joke. I mean, that's a top 3, top 5 environment in college football.
If you're into that sort of thing.
Well, just in terms of intensity. I mean,
the
amount
call.
of people. Have you ever gone to a game in Kyle Field?
No, my stepdad he graduated from A&M, and I heard enough of that crap, and I'm done.
As a proud Aggie, I won't say hater, but that's
another reason why I have some love for UT. Because I used to whoop on A&M.
Midnight Yell needs to go. That's long outlived its lifespan.
They need to bring back the bonfire.
But when Kanye starts blaring in Kyle Field right before kickoff,
they playing Kanye?
Oh, dude, yeah, it's their Aggies.
When they started doing that? A couple years ago?
No, they've been doing it since it's My Beautiful Dark Twisted.
Oh man,
came out. It's a hell of an environment. No, when UTSA gave up the punt return for the touchdown, that was. They were swinging back and forth. They were punching back,
and then they just got
special teams puts them in a hole, and then get the ball back.
Then the Aggies just got all the momentum.
Couldn't respond. Well, it was just more of Aggies started finally getting something going offensively and putting points on the board. It really had more to do with their establishing more of an offensive consistency than any type of momentum.
Nothing does that more than some momentum.
Again, I think you're just describing execution of a game plan. UTSA, big game this week. Rumors that we might be approaching 50,000 tickets sold.
Oh, are we doing the rivalry with the
I-35, Texas State?
Texas State,
Southwest Texas. Another university I paid tuition to at one point in my life.
How much partying did you do there?
The most.
Yeah.
The absolute most.
I used to go to a bunch of keggers up there.
And it was the last university.
I looked like a college student when I was 16, 17 years old.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
and
San Marcos,
I would just show up and we just go down the street, and if we see a bunch of cars, we just walk up in there and it'd be like a frat guy come talk to us. I'm like, nah, man, I'm over here at Delta 8 or Delta 5. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I never had any issue finding fun while I lived in San Marcos. No, the Texas State coming over for UTSA's home opener in the Dome Saturday should be quite the spectacle. Unfortunately, I think it's only being broadcast on ESPN Plus.
Oh, what?
I know. And in a week where there's only one ranked. So last week, opening week, we got 3 top 10 matchups, not to mention Farmageddon was a ranked game.
Yeah.
There was another one further down the rankings. We only get one ranked game this weekend. It's Michigan at Oklahoma. Number 15 Michigan versus number 18 Oklahoma. So not even
Oklahoma got ranked.
Yeah, they moved in. Not even a top 10 matchup, much less a matchup of either one of those teams being in the top 10 in a weekend where the slate appears to be a little weaker.
I don't know.
I'm surprised
you
UTSA and
you
Texas State isn't a.
You got an Oklahoma State and an Oregon game going on.
What are your hopes in that game? Oregon beat the hell out of whoever they played.
Yeah, they put up 70-some points. Not to get 70 put on us.
59. They won. Montana State did score 13 on them. FCS team getting 13 on the board. Maybe y'all can hit 20.
Hey, buddy. There's a chance. There's a chance.
Yeah, and Oregon will always cough up one game a year that they shouldn't lose. So yeah, the only other college football notes I had. LG, do you have that Dion clip? I saw this earlier in the week, and I was gonna use it on the show we did where I was sick, but it was we had to talk Micah and get out that night. So this is Dion talking about life as the Colorado Buffalo head coach.
Is there anything about Folsom, about this stadium that surprised you, that you didn't expect?
Yeah. The smell of weed in the second quarter, man, it surprised the heck out of me. Like every game, I'm like, dang, like it seems like it's like a light up quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is this the quarter that y'all chose? Like, I'm serious, it's a TV timeout, it never fails, and I'm like, wow, what's going on? Because I've never been high a day in my life, so that's kind of new to me.
That's a Boulder essential, I guess.
Truly.
Is there anything
I love
about
it. I love it. She's like, that's a Boulder essential, I guess. She did not.
Man.
I don't think she expected that answer.
Yeah, because he was just keeping it 100.
I also I believe Dion that he's never been high a day in his life.
Ah, man,
He's high on him. He's been high on himself every day of his life.
Yes.
He doesn't need.
The people with the most confidence usually don't take mind-altering drugs.
That's correct. Also, after watching the Cowboys documentary and hearing him talk about Michael Irvin and everything that was going on when Dion was a member of the Cowboys, it was pretty clear to me that Dion, I don't think if Dion was at the White House, he was there for the girls. Yeah,
he was just smashing.
He wasn't there for anything else besides
I think he had his
ladies.
own house. I think he had his own house, man. He had his own posse. But we also, before we get in lightning round, Bill Belichick's debut.
Yeah, I that was so bad, and I don't even have. What do you want to point out about?
I want to hear the press conference of the girlfriend.
Yeah, we do need.
Can she get her own podcast, and so I can just?
It's kind of surprising to me she doesn't have her own podcast.
I think Bill Belichick would He's like, I'm finally putting my foot down.
I don't think he has that kind of scene control with her, because if he had that kind of scene control, he would have stopped quite a few things.
She wouldn't have been on the practice field.
That's correct. She wouldn't have been wearing a bikini to the NFL awards show. Like, there are quite a few things I think he probably would have changed. Yeah, all of the internet jokes. Jordan Hudson's entering the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Jordan Hudson's going to be dating Lee Corso by the end of the night. There was a lot.
Lee Corso got all his picks right. All his picks right.
So my last note, I was saving it for last. Not only did Corso get every single one of his picks correct, every single team he played at Florida State. Fun fact, he's tied for 3rd overall on the all-time interceptions list at Florida State. He was an All-American defensive back. Lee Corso was a badass. He's a 90-year-old man.
That's another 80, 90-year-old I didn't know was an All-American.
So you ready for the real kicker?
What?
He's tied for 3rd all-time in interceptions at Florida State. He's tied with Dion.
Oh, buddy. I was about to say. I was like,
pretty wild, right?
Damn, Dion.
Pretty wild.
Dion didn't get the record.
He didn't stay long enough.
You had Jordan. You had Lawrence Taylor up in there.
Yeah. Just imagine what Lawrence Taylor is saying about Jordan in conversations outside, away from a microphone with people he trusts.
Yeah.
Just imagine what Lawrence Taylor is saying about her.
Oh, buddy.
No, not only so every team he played or coached for also won last weekend.
That's crazy.
It's a pretty fitting.
Yeah.
I saw Ohio State gifted him the original Brutus
Oh,
Buckeye head from the one he made on the first show they did predictions when he put headgear on. They gave him that exact one. Look, when it comes to Corso, there's a lot of problems in this country right now with old people holding on to power for way, way, way too long. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
He's
Mitch McConnell.
He makes it fun.
Lee Corso. There are so many, it's not hyperbolic to say there are millions of people out there that have been deeply, deeply impacted by his career.
Yeah.
Like, it's impossible to explain to someone who is 14, 16 years old now. You know, when I was 14, year 2000, even go back to 12, in 98 or
You still remember him doing the picks and doing the
and the media landscape was not nearly as splintered.
Yeah.
There were no gambling experts on Twitter.
Yeah.
There were no college football analysts doing their own podcast.
Yeah.
It was literally, you woke up at 9:00, you turned ESPN on, and you waited until 10:50, 10:55 to see who Corso was going to pick. I mean, it's one of those.
People called their bookies after that.
Very, very much. So many coaches last week were talking about no, I would ask a GA, a grad assistant, who did Corso pick? I want to know, did he take us? Did he pick us? Just for that extra chip on the show. It's impossible to explain to the younger generation what a cultural foundation he was. Yeah. Because now your attention is so splintered every different direction. Back then, it was you watched the Friday night high school highlight show after your high school football game, and then you woke up and you watched Corso. Yeah. And those were just your options. You didn't have an alternative to game day. You couldn't scroll your phone for analysis. You watched one, like I said, the foundational piece that it became for the ecosystem of sports fandom.
Yeah, and for college football.
And specifically for college football. I think a lot of people are upset that they were still rolling out a mumbling 89, 90-year-old man the last few years. But
I can't wait to see what kind of send-off they gave him. I had Cliff Drysdale from tennis retired. And they did that thing. Had me that had some goosebumps. And stuff.
They did a bunch. I mean, they ran. I thought it was really cool that Fox's pregame show cut into their coverage to show Corso's pick, which is understanding the dynamics of Fox being literally building a direct competitor to game day with their big noon kickoff show.
But they have respect for Corso.
Exactly, and you don't. Again, I might just be a softie because I love Lee Corso. But to see two corporations, two media giants that are competing with each other for eyeballs every Saturday morning, to have Fox defer because it's Corso, you don't normally see respect shown between corporate competitors like that.
Yeah.
And it has to be a big deal. Like it was Saturday with Corso retiring, to see that happening. You want to do some lightning round? Get out of here?
Let's get it.
All right. I think we're going to talk about this more as the story develops, but the Pablo Torre, Kawhi Leonard investigation it's in its infancy. I'll say that.
Yeah, we're just brushing the tip of that one.
Very much so.
And what we have so far, what they're saying is a $28 million no-show job. So this is kind of, mafia.
4-year
Mafia.
4-year endorsement.
4-year endorsement. How many years did he get?
That's correct.
Extended.
Interesting how that happens, right?
On a fraudulent tree implanting company funded by the Clippers owner Steve Ballmer.
Massively contributed from Steve Ballmer, but the company that went tits up scammed a lot of rich people.
Okay.
It was like 2.3.
So it was a Ponzi scheme type thing?
Very much so,
okay.
yeah. But
it's
the facts are still the facts.
But they're saying it circumvented the salary cap so they could get around it because they're keeping a lot of players and they're maxed on their salary cap.
And if I'm
they have Steve Ballmer, the loud, goofy face, Microsoft face of the, didn't he buy something else? Didn't he buy?
He's bought a few things, yeah.
Like I thought of another team. Like
no, maybe
I think
maybe like a women's soccer,
or might have been women's basketball.
The interesting thing, I haven't. I'm going to.
Okay, you gotta see what he put on this.
I'm gonna watch the. Oh, spectacular!
Yes,
spectacular.
Sir. Yes.
No,
sir.
like I said, we're in the infancy of this story. It's only going to get better. I haven't been able to watch the full Pablo Torre episode. I've just listened to the clips that have been floating around. But first of all, if I'm James Harden, I'm either asking where was my no-show job when I gave y'all a cut rate to re-sign, or I'm saying,
does all of them have no-show jobs?
Are they all about to? Exactly.
They're all about to hide that money.
James Harden left a lot of money on the table with this most recent extension.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see. I mean, obviously, it's
we'll keep on track.
Well, and the big takeaway from a San Antonio perspective is who's at the center of all of this again.
Yeah,
Uncle Dennis, and more specifically, Uncle Dennis. Uncle Dennis apparently is the go-between between Kawhi and, as we all know, the go-between between Kawhi and his endorsers, trying to get as much money out of everyone that he can on Kawhi's behalf, but really seemingly more for himself. As Pablo, some of the clips I was hearing, it seems like Pablo Torre has strong evidence that shows this might be a deeper conspiracy than Mark Cuban wants you to believe. Because Cuban immediately came out and said, "Yeah, no, I'm with Ballmer on this. I don't think you're jumping to the right conclusions." And Pablo Torre immediately was like, "Would you like to come on and talk about it?" So we might see Cuban on there soon talking about it, but. Yeah, it looks pretty clear like it's salary cap circumvention.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see more. We'll talk about it more next week.
Hit me, LG. So one of my favorite things that I love to do every Sunday morning was to get up and watch my NFL Red Zone.
Oh, well, then
with 7 hours of commercial-free football.
Well, then you're not a real football fan because real fans watch the full games. We don't watch the Red Zone.
Oh, but now, shut up. Now you're in fantasy now. You respect the Red Zone.
I'm on the dark side.
You respect the Red Zone, but now it will be commercialized.
Yeah,
they will be running ads through it. It breaks my heart, man.
Did you hear what? So Scott Hansen announced he was on McAfee, and he said it's no longer going to be his first line. Will no longer be, welcome to 7 hours of commercial-free football. It'll just be welcome to 7 hours of NFL football.
Yeah.
So they're saying it's going to be double screen ads. So you'll still get the action on one screen, but you're going to get the ad on the other side of the screen, and you're going to get the audio from the commercial.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got it right here. If you want to hear me rant at a bar for 3 hours on a topic, let's talk about the over-commercialization of American sports.
Oh my God!
It is.
It's the same commercial over and over and over and over and over and over.
And it's
again.
To be honest, it's a big reason why I started to fall in love with European soccer.
Yeah.
You turn the game on, you watch 45 minutes straight, no commercial interruptions. You watch the other 45 minutes. We're done here.
Yeah.
It's just pure sport.
And hockey has like the minimal timeouts.
Hockey's great. Hockey and baseball, of course. I mean, they find ways to jam in mid-inning commercials when there's a random lull. But yeah, I mean, anytime more commercials are being introduced, there's one thing that's driving it, and it's corporate greed.
Yeah.
The NFL, ESPN, which Scott Van Pelt was catching a lot of hell for this because he jumped out immediately and was like, ESPN has no part in this, but y'all don't care about that. You just want to bitch about us. Cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, okay, look, Scott, your company has effed up a lot of good things when it comes to sports over the last 10 years. So you got to give people a little bit of grace when they assume this is something else to add to the list that y'all have screwed up. Like, good example, how about sports journalism? Like Pablo Torre, former ESPN employee, can't pay him anymore to do investigative journalism like the Clippers may be circumventing the salary cap because you got to pay Screaming A. Smith $18 million. You got to pay Stephen A. Smith like he's a fringe all-star NBA player because that's your brand now. That's the thing people hate about ESPN now. So, like, Scott Van Pelt is right. ESPN had no control in this. It's the NFL's decision to add commercials.
Is your rant over?
But also, well, I think
is your rant over?
I think it's both there. What? Do you have something?
Nah.
Or are you busy watching a fucking baseball game?
Oh, man, I'm watching my Yankees.
Yeah, you are. Hit
blood.
me, LG. Y'all ever use Stream East?
No.
Apparently, there's
Stream East is I like one of those like
free stream. Yeah, exactly. So they were raided. Apparently, we're operating out of Egypt.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, they raid the place, take a bunch of laptops, stuff like that, and then make this grand announcement. Stream East is no longer operational, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you go on X and look at Stream East feed, it's basically like the Wolf of Wall Street meme, like, we're not fucking going anywhere. Like,
yeah, that was just their, like, you found our one rat hole.
Exactly.
You don't know about the other 9 rat holes we got.
Or it was like when they made a big deal out of crashing the Pirate Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
there's 15 other million.
Yeah. So all of a sudden you solved all the problems of the dark web.
Or when Dana White's like, we're coming after you guys that are going to show our UFC pay-per-view events and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
blah.
on Instagram
Yeah,
Live.
it's like, shut up.
Yeah,
dude.
like you're not.
Shut up.
You're literally you've caught one fish in
Yeah.
the ocean of illegal streamers.
It's like you busted the one weed dealer in Oregon.
That's correct. Yeah, exactly. I enjoyed Stream East quick, like just their quick bounce back of like, no. They
Not going anywhere.
They haven't done shit.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Yeah, hit me, LG. Were you able to get that picture up? I sent him one real late. My buddy went to the UTSA game. Check your phone.
No one told me.
Real late,
I
as
texted
in
you.
while we were.
I texted him.
Oh my god!
But it's a good one. I forgot, man. I didn't like. It was deep in my because we haven't done the show. It was deep in my photos. But he got a picture. Like he got good seats for the game, but he didn't even notice this. It's 2 of the guys' names. One is Buster. The other dude is called McNutt, and they're standing next to each other.
Well, that reminds me of the Miami fans of this weekend. Yeah, there's,
and I'm like, they need to start doing something. They need to start staying together at all times, but they need to switch sides. So we have McNutt and then Buster.
Yeah, this is like the anytime.
Here we go. Oh yes.
Anytime Grady,
you are the man, LG. Yes. If they just need to switch sides, I will be laughing the whole time.
The personalized jersey bits are always.
It's not personalized. They're actual real.
Oh, it's the real players.
It's real players.
I remember this one. Yeah.
Oh,
well, that's
buddy.
like Grady Dick. It's even better when it's a real player because you can.
It's so good.
You can get away with it. It's like, I'm not doing anything. This is my last name. What do you want me to do? Hit me, LG, and we'll get out of here after this one. A couple of quick hitters. My favorite band is touring for the first time in 7 years. albeit they've only announced a European tour, but
Rage?
Radiohead.
Anytime
that usually they start with just the European tour and then they eventually announce at least some, Chicago,
you'll get
New
the
York,
main
LA.
cities.
Yeah, exactly. But I've only ever gotten to see them one time, and it was at ACL, so it wasn't necessarily the best presentation for them. But
they had a couple good songs. Not my little cup of
I mean,
tea.
they have 2 absolutely perfect albums with no comments to change anything.
An absolutely perfect album.
Have y'all ever y'all play Powerball at all?
No.
Yeah, I didn't. LG, I wouldn't take you as a man.
Hell no.
Yeah,
No.
drawing taking place. It actually just took place 10 o'clock tonight. Over $1 billion prize for the first time this year. It hasn't been won since back in March. It's like a $1.4 billion prize, but if you take the cash only option, it's $489 million instantly. Or no, $589 million cash instantly if you win. Now, if you are interested, the odds of winning this thing, 1 in 292.2 million.
So you just have to put up $2.5 million on tickets and you should win.
Theoretically, I would say there's some. That's what I always wonder about lottery. Like, why don't rich people just rig it in their favor?
That's what I think they do. Like, I'm like, honestly, like, you don't really see. I don't see.
I don't
too
know,
many,
man. I've known a bunch of rednecks in North Texas that win the lottery.
Yeah,
There's
and
no
also-
rigging there. They just play it every freaking day.
I just don't see billionaires or half a billion billionaires walking around newly minted, and I would think there would be a lot more wilding out. You know what I'm saying? A lot more stories about a recent lottery winner. Blah 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 blah.
Ended up
buying a Bengal tiger that got loose on the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Completely mauled his entire family.
Sewned it all back in.
Let's end with this, LG. I am obsessed with the TikTok is not a world I swim in whatsoever.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of funny stuff on X that's from TikTok, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is what we're about to see. I haven't told you what it is.
I can't.
So I want you to watch it raw without having any setup.
You got to raw dog this?
You got to raw dog it. Yes. This is our closer for tonight.
I'm going to hotbox it.
See if you can guess where we're going by the end of this thing.
Okay.
If you got onto an indestructible water blob and a car was thrown on the other side, you would soar hundreds of feet into the air. Now, if a blue whale was dropped onto it, it could catapult you over 10 miles high.
Pause it,
but if
LG.
a meteor fell,
that's not.
Okay, so all of it. So far, we've got like the old summer camp blob.
That just is not physically possible.
The car. Well, it's physics. It's math. That's
It
exactly.
would pop it. It's like
Well,
it's
you
got
got
to be indestructible plastic.
Yeah, exactly. You're suspending, but it's just the equation of the weight of the falling object and the weight
They're
of the
doing the
launching.
math problem, but they're not really doing the what's realistic.
Right. Of
I'm not asshole in the movie. That's not possible.
Yeah, see, and that's why you don't enjoy Fast and Furious, because
That is true.
the roommate did a lot of that this past week. I was like, "Good Lord, woman, just suspend your imagination and watch a freaking action movie."
I'm like, that's not possible.
So it feels like it's some sort of educational video.
Yeah?
You
Oh.
might say. All right, go ahead, LG.
meteor fell from space and crashed into the blob. The force of the impact would compress the blob and would blast you upward faster than a rocket. And then you'd land straight into Amigos Tex-Mex Grill, because our burritos have their own gravitational pull. Come dine at Amigos, now open at Place Vendome Mall.
Oh, buddy.
The TikTok ad of the company doing the bait and switch video
That's
and
good.
turning it. That's great.
Good.
That's greatness.
I thought this was going to be the one where, hey, you can't park there when you see people crashed and
Oh, yeah,
everything.
yeah, no,
Did
you
you see the Frito-Lay truck that's in the bottom of a ravine river?
Can't park there, mate.
Yeah, it looks like it got helicoptered in. You're like, it had to roll. There's no way it could go down physically. It had to roll over a couple times, but it was perfect. And it was in a beautiful ravine river. And I just wanted someone to be like, You can't park there.
The best one I've ever seen is it's a British guy who wrecks his supercar.
Yeah.
And he's on the side of the road. He's like rubbing his head and just staring, like trying to figure out what happened. And a guy pulls up slowly, and a British accent makes it more funny. He's like, "Hey mate, you all right? What happened to you?" And the guy's like, "Well, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't think you can park there, mate. Can't park your car there." And he's just like, "Oh fuck you!" and chases him down.
It's so good.
The British accent. All right, LG, give that to me. Give me the Qatari Tex-Mex ad one more time before we get out of here in its entirety.
Oh,
because
man.
the
If you
left
got
turn
onto an
it takes.
indestructible water blob and a car was thrown on the other side, you would soar hundreds of feet into the
The
air.
graphics, man.
Now, if a
It
blue
looks
whale
like
was dropped
straight from,
onto
like,
it could
one of
catapult
the
you over 10
stupid
miles high. But if a
games I
meteor
used to
fell
play
from space
on
and
the
crashed
phone.
into the blob, the force of the impact would compress the blob and would blast you upward faster than a rocket.
The
And then
guy's
you'd
all
land
burning.
straight into Amigos Tex-Mex Grill because our burritos have their own gravitational pull. Come dine at Amigos. now
Have our
open in
own
place from Rome Mall,
gravitational
Doha,
single.
Qatar.
Look, I'm such a nerd. The first time I watched this video, I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting. I would be interested to know what a car does to you on a blob. Oh my God, a whale? Yeah, how far would that launch you?"
Is this a Mythbusters
Yes,
thing?
that's exactly what I thought. And then when I saw the comment coming down, I was like, "Okay, what am I What am I about to see at the end here?
Yeah.
Because this is not what I thought it was." Well, on that note, let's get out of here for the night. Cowboys,
Yankees bullpen is garbage.
tomorrow night.
God.
The NFL season is nearly upon us. Cap,
night.
how can the people get a hold of you?
You can reach me at the Captain's Chair 210 on Instagram. DM me. I will be.
You heard it, ladies.
I got. Hey, baby. I got.
You can find me on Insta. God dang it. On X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma. LG, when's the next stream?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, folks. Tune in to LG's house.
Yeah.
Enjoy
He's
football.
not gonna be watching football. Come on, LG.
Possible Friday episode.
Yeah.
We will see. Y'all be
Overreaction.
good. Peace.
Peace.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?